Excuse me, who the hell are you, Cera Luceria? Huh? Hello, everybody! Welcome, 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 Cera. Hello. I just want to say thank you so much for the raid, Miss Ina. Everybody, please go check out Ina. She's super duper cute. She's a great friend, and she's really silly. Okay, go give her tons of love. I hope you had a wonderful stream. I saw that you guys were yapping, yap. Today we will also be yapping. Hello everybody, I'm Cera Luceria, the carbuncle VTuber of GLOBIE's Gen 3 Morvaria. I like ASMR, I like yapping, and I like to eat rocks and be incredibly silly. Welcome in everyone! Jiro, Molderon, Crayons, Stray, Mimy, Logan, Kami, Wakash, Peach, Sawyer, Kuma, Joe, Ahmad, Biscuits, John, Undercover. Hello everybody. Halhorn. Welcome. Thiago Kawa. Hello, Smoky, Silent Hassa, Gomen. Welcome. Is it Asteri? Hello. Hi, Orange. Okay, so how we doing? How are we feeling, everyone? Are we having a good day? Update. Give me your updates. We're doing our check-in for the day. Hi, Mike. Hi, Blazin. Welcome. Mokosh is doing pretty good. Blazin is surviving. Aren't we all? You got Mimi Sandy? Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm so jealous. I want one so bad. Why do you guys have more merch of me than I do of myself? Pre-convention stress. Pre-convention stress. Are you going to Vexpo? Sleepy as fuck. Go to sleep, Owen. You're a busy guy. Go to sleep. Get some rest. Super sleepy. Okay, for those of you who are EP pilled in my chat, what is stopping you from just, I don't know, Hangshu me. Doggo has tummy horn debuff too. No, not the cutie. Give her lots of tummy rubs, okay? Oh gosh, well, that does sound like an eventful day, Noble. Well, hopefully you have a restful day tomorrow now that you have a day off. Can't sleep, Sarah stream? Well, actually, my streams are meant to be slept to, even the ones where I'm yelling and screaming about poo. So do what you will with that information. I'm at work? Well, what's stopping you from sleeping at work, huh? You're just not trying hard enough. Skill issue, clearly. Terrible sleep schedule. Listen, same. I don't know, I've been sleeping like really late these days because I just don't have a whole ton of time during the day to do things that I want to do. So I leave everything for last minute, and then by the time I get into bed and I'm ready to sleep, it's so late already, and then I have to wake up early the next morning. So I don't know, I feel you guys. I haven't been sleeping very well these days either. I did, however, take a nap today. Quite a long nap that I was not meaning to take, but I was just too tired. I was like, okay. I can't possibly go back to sleep during a stream. You know what? You guys saying that you can't sleep at work, you can't sleep during a stream, you can't sleep because, I don't know, you're eating, I don't know, whatever the heck you're doing. You're clearly just not trying hard enough. Just like close your eyes, bozo. What the heck, Chaotix? Do you like work from home or something? Or do you have like night shifts? Good night, Mike. See, finally someone who's a eat master in this chat. Sleep well. But then I missed the yappening. I mean, to be fair, all of my streams include the yappening, so you're really not missing out on much. Not a great way to be advertising my own streams, is it? If we close our eyes and we can't read the silly things in chat, well, considering the fact that none of you are real, or maybe you're all just the same person, you should stop being so delusional. Just close your eyes and all the voices will disappear, hopefully. Dang, Chaotix, that's crazy. What? Sleeping at 8 a.m.? And then what time do you wake up then? Me and my 100 plus accounts. That's dedication. Yeah, if you just take your meds, then all of this will disappear and you'll be able to sleep really, really comfortably. Trust. Done it before and we'll do it again. My streams are skippable. I would... I don't know. I can't even argue. Maybe it's true. 2 to 4? Okay, 2 o'clock is not that bad, but 4... I mean, I guess if you're like going to sleep at 8, then it's not too bad. You're really not missing out on that much, right? How can you not skip a stream when I skip my own stream? How does that work, huh? Alright, listen. Today, I'm gonna yap about happy things. Things that are silly billy. I'm gonna try to keep the stream as upbeat as possible. Silly billy car. Do you
have the iron?
Do you have the iron? What iron? Like in Minecraft? Or like the iron in my blood stream? Or like iron in League of Legends? Because I have at least 2 out of 3 of that. You're gonna have to guess what that is. Car? But thank you. Rick is kicking my butt. I hope things go well for you. I know things are quite tough right now. You know, the economy. Nothing is really going that well. But hang in there, guys. I don't know too much about money and finances. But, capitalism sucks. That's my wisdom for the day. Things are going a little bit better for me. I'm gonna lower my voice and whisper into the mic like this because I'm sure my parents will barge in here once they learn I'm divulging family secrets. But listen, things are going better. Not like good, but definitely better. My brother is currently at a rehabilitation center, so hopefully, fingers crossed, he can stay there for a few more weeks and they can help him at least get back on his feet. I don't know, it doesn't seem like they want to keep him there for that long, but at least we're hoping that he gets the help that he needs so he can move around without too much assistance. That is best case scenario, you know. Worst case scenario, he comes home and he still needs help with everything, which will kill us, but it is what it is, right? But yeah, fingers crossed. Yeah, more time, better. But who knows, right? We'll just have to take it one day at a time, one step at a time, see how things go.
Wow, thank you so much for the treasure.
DA iron in you.
DA iron in you. Silly Billy chick. We have another chicken in our chat. The iron in me. Are you asking if I have like an iron deficiency? I think the answer is no. I've had my blood test a couple of times, and I think I have like low iron, but it's not enough to be considered an iron deficiency. But my question is, why are you so why are you so interested in the iron within my bloodstream? What? Just a concerned citizen. Okay, well, what if I did tell you I had an iron deficiency? What would you do for me? This is very random. Yeah, are you a vampire? Is this, I don't know, is this like some kind of fetish going on? A little bit suspect here. Oh, there's my dog barking. So what else do I have going on? Okay, so this week, school started again. Not the school that I go to, but the school that I work at. Schools have started, so kids are going back to school.
Thank you so much for the treasure.
There it goes again.
Frown, I need some iron in Minecraft.
Frown, I need some iron in Minecraft. Iron deficient cat. I can't tell if this is the same person doing this or if there are multiple people doing this. Well, the iron in Minecraft is a very different iron from the iron in my bloodstream, okay? Yeah, don't fall for any vampire propaganda, chat. Keep yourself safe, okay? I don't know how many of you kids are in school, how many of you guys have prepared for your back to school week. But I'm pretty sure Americans start school earlier, right? Like a month earlier or something. I'm not too sure. I just get a lot of like teacher TikToks, and a lot of the American teachers started prepping for back to school like a month ago, and I was like, damn, you guys start school so much earlier than us. But yeah, for us Canadians, school started this week. I guess it's different, huh? Maybe it's different. Maybe it's like not every state in the States. Yeah, some schools start mid-August. Damn, do they have like summer vacation earlier then? Back to school started already. My commute got 30 minutes longer. Dang. Yeah, so this week for us, school has started up. And I'm still working part-time, so I don't have a full-time position. I don't have a classroom or anything. Which is good. Thank you, Brandon. Go to sleep. Good night. Good night. Thank you for dropping by. Which is good for me because I don't think I would be able to handle a full-time job right now. But also bad for me because September, I find myself often not getting enough shifts. You know, it's back to school. Everyone's like super gung-ho and excited to be back. They're like, okay, we're gonna like work every single day. But that like falls off very quickly starting in October and November, and it ramps up quite a bit in December because at the end of the year everyone's just done and they're like, I'm gonna take some vacation days. So September, I'm just kind of sitting here waiting for a call, seeing if I get called in for any days of the week. And so far, I'm not getting anything. I am quite antsy to be back at work as well, considering the fact that I haven't worked the entire summer. There you go. Thank you. Time for your vitamins and minerals. Cera, so you can have as much nutrition as a bowl of Ceravant toast crunch. I hate you. Those are pretty good. Thank you for the soup, Ego. I pay the puns. Yeah, so I'm excited to be back at work, but I'm also nervous because guys, I haven't worked for a whole 2 months. Do you know what this means for my immune system? To be exposed to all those children germs. After being safe and sound in my bubble, I'm gonna be once again exposed to all the nasty, nasty germs of this world. Oh, yeah. Not enough iron in your immune system? True. Is that what the vampire was trying to warn me of? You're gonna be so sick. Can you, like, not curse me or something? Time to bring your hazmat suit. Okay, listen. So, previously, I started work right after COVID. So, the protocol was to, like, wear a mask at school, right? Just to keep everybody safe. But because my mother is actually immunocompromised, so I've actually been wearing a mask to work this whole time. I know, crazy. I know, it's crazy. Everybody probably looks at me weird, but it is what it is. I have to do what I have to do. But
Wow, thank you so much for the treasure.
ZATSU, yummy, yummy, and Sarah's tummy. Thank you. Mwah, 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 mwah. But I have come to a point where if someone even like slightly breathes on me, I will get sick without my mask. So my mom sat me down and she was like, Sarah, I forbid you from ever wearing a mask ever again. When school starts in September, you are not allowed to wear a mask to work. And I was like that shocked SpongeBob, like that SpongeGar meme. I was like, huh? Do you know how the kids cough at school? They will cough with their mouths wide open, tongue sticking out, and they will just hurl all those germs all over you. And she was like, yeah, but you know, like you can't just keep getting sick like that. And I'm like, but mom, I get all my shots and my vaccines. I'll be fine. She's like, clearly you haven't been fine. Like, okay. Let's do it. I'll tank it. I'm not gonna have a good time. Just a heads up for everyone. If I disappear for weeks at a time, it's probably because I caught the plague or something. No biggie. Some zinc, some iron, I don't know. Build warmogs? Yeah, but I don't even have the extra health for the warmogs to even proc. So I'm just gonna be wasting my money on an item that doesn't even work. Wear one anyway, what she doesn't know won't hurt her. Yeah, I think that might be my plan. I might like carry around a couple of masks with me, and if I'm in a classroom with some super spreaders, I'll put a mask on, you know. Build QSS. Okay, but the cooldown on that, you know, I can't just like spam it. The kids will spam their abilities. Yeah, time to OPGG a guide. Hi, Mike. Oh man. Not looking forward to that. Describing health hazard children in school in League of Games is crazy. Well, but did you understand it or not, huh? Did it work? If it worked, it worked. Earth goes crazy. Okay, there are certain times of the year when it's like, oh, it's flu season, you know? And it's literally Earth. It's like a Earth, almost.
Super chat.
Owning of an iron, zinc, and vitamin C. Fine. Thank you, Undercover. I love my emergency packets. Emergency. Yeah, I love those. Those are my go-to. Sometimes it does even feel like Doombots. They're just like, yeah, I understand it's just a cold, but when the kids have it, it's just 10 times stronger and deadlier. It's just not fair. Yeah, that's stuff that you can mix in with like drinks and stuff. What is mega dosing? Like drinking a huge amount of vitamin C? Or like consuming a huge amount of vitamin C? It mutates rapidly from their youthful cells, and then once they reach my old hag cells, it rapidly deteriorates my body. Just raw dog the packet. Yeah, I don't even like mixing it with any liquid. I just like dump that shit in my mouth, bro. Her elderberry supplement pills? Oh, I don't actually know much about elderberry supplements, but your mom seems like she knows what she's doing. It's a vitamin, you don't need a lot of it. That's true. I don't enjoy, like, I don't know, taking daily vitamin supplements or anything, but if I remember, I'll be like, oh right, I have to do that. So I'll take one every couple of days. What I do take every single day, though, are cranberry tablets. I know that makes me seem like I'm incredibly old, but I have a chronic condition relating to my bladder. So my bladder and my my kidneys. So I take those just in case my body decides to scream at me and give me a random UTI, which, by the way, if you're not familiar with UTIs, they are probably the worst thing to ever happen to a person. Penis havers are very, very, very lucky to seldomly experience UTIs, but it bad. Do you prefer that over the berries? Yeah, I mean, it's just much easier to take one tablet a day as opposed to, like, I don't know, constantly having to prepare berries. I know, it's like, why don't you just eat the berries? But if you don't eat the berries in time, they like go bad, you know? And I'm not a big fan of like those craisins, like the dried cranberries. I can have like a handful from time to time, or like in a trail mix, but I can't just raw dog craisins. Okay, but I raised you kidneys, so have any of you experienced like a kidney stone? I personally have witnessed like a family member experience it, and it seemed incredibly painful. I would not want to pee out a stone. I had 3 kidney stones. Oh my god, Thiago, tell us the tale. Understeer has had 3 as well. What is up with kidney stones and 3 of them? I had 2. It sucks. Okay. Hopefully you stop at 2. Oh my gosh. Yeah, drink more water, guys. Hydrate. Limit your salt intake. 3 is a magic number. That is true. I had to pull over and throw up on the freeway. Oh my god. You drove yourself to like a hospital or something? Why were you on the freeway with a kidney stone? Oh my gosh. Hi, Bo! It's good to see you! How have you been doing? I know you saw me freak out about Idolmaster on Twitter. Damn. Oh my god. Yeah, I was driving to you went to the airport while you were suffering from your kidney stone pain? Oh my god, did you like stop and go to the hospital or something? Yeah, I had I don't know if she's like an aunt or like a family friend, but this happened when I was like much younger, so I don't recall the specifics of the event, but I know like in the middle of the night she called our family and my mom couldn't leave me and my brother at home alone, so she took us to her house and she was like howling and like screaming in pain, and I was young, so it was quite scary. I thought she was dying, but it turns out that she like just had a gallbladder stone, which I think apparently are more painful than kidney stones, but that was so scary. The Twitter algorithm is not spamming me with Idolmaster stuff? Me too. How have you been doing, Bo? Good to see you. I dropped them off at home though. Damn, how did you hold on for so long, Anusia? Yeah, it was so scary. Guys, please take care of yourselves, okay? Drink lots of water. No more kidney stones, okay? You have you have an allowance of up to 3 kidney stones. The first 3, they can be a little treat for yourself, but no more after that, okay? You've already experienced the pain. It's not necessary to go through that again. I thought I had a kidney stone a few weeks ago. What happened to you, Delta? What? Thanks, no thanks. But if we use kidney stones as ammo for a slingshot, then you have to gather everybody's kidney stones. You need like a kidney stone donation fund. Please mail all of your kidney stones to Ego. Gathering kidney stones like infinity stones. Okay, for those of you who have had kidney stones before, what'd you do with it? Did you just like flush it down the toilet? Did some of you keep your stones? I drank enough water, woke up in immense agony and couldn't pee, went to the doctor. Yeah, UTIs are quite bad. Terrible experience. Never get a UTI. Drink lots of water, okay? One of my friends has his in a little glass jar. Yeah, I know like some people keep them in like a jar, right? Like I keep my wisdom teeth that I had pulled in a jar. Do you keep your kidney stones in a jar? Well, if you have multiple stones, you don't have to give the doctor every single stone. You can keep one as a little treat, you know? No, yeah, like, they don't have to take all your stones. They're not that greedy, right? Maybe if you put it under your pillow, the kidney fairy will take it. Yeah, the kidney fairy will come and give you a brand new kidney. I know, like, some people... This happened to my uncle. He, like, went to the ER for his kidney stone, but they just, like, gave him some medication and told him to go home, and eventually he'll pass the kidney stone. So they didn't even like take his stone for analysis or anything, but he didn't like keep the stone. He just flushed it down the toilet. Maybe he was supposed to like collect the stone. I don't know, but he didn't do that. He just peed the stone out and he was like, I'm done with this. What if it tastes like Pop Rocks? Oh, kidney stone ASMR, guys. Well, I think that's because Harper, maybe your stone wasn't that big yet, right? If you have like a really large stone and you tried passing it without like any medication or any help, that I imagine that could be quite painful. Kidney stone ASMR. Okay, I wasn't talking about like role playing having kidney stones or like having to pass kidney stones. I was talking about like, you know, playing with kidney stones and perhaps munching on kidney stones. This stream title is very misleading. Kidney stones are not one of my favorite things. Please do not get the wrong idea. I had a bad one. What? Oh my god, Thiago. What? So, how did... I know this is like really personal. You don't have to say anything if you don't want to, but like... What happened? Did you just have to wait for it to pass? Here comes the clickbait allegations. That would be so funny. Oh my god. ASMR, Sarah plays with your kidney stones, and I'm just playing with like actual pebbles and rocks that I found. Rating your kidney stones. Wait, you guys just gave me the best ASMR idea of all time. I've got to do this. Nobody steal my idea, okay? Hey, back off. Back off. Oh my gosh. You had to suffer through the pain in... You had for like a few weeks while on opioids? That's crazy. Yoink. No, Mila, you would never. Mila, don't even lie. I bet you can't even say kidney stones without throwing up. Okay, if you upgrade your membership to creature right now, I will rate your kidney stone on stream. Oh my god. What am I... New perk? Yes. Add another tier above creature. Okay, what should I call the new tier above creature? Kidney stone tier. The stoners. Where does one get a kidney stone? So first you have to, I don't know, farm it in your body. I don't know how you develop one, but... So good luck, guys. The kidney stoners. That's so funny. You guys give me terrible, terrible ideas. Yeah, it'll be like your baby, you know? Like, you've had it in your body for probably months. And you took really good care of it. You fed your kidney stone so much salt. It grew big and strong, and then you passed it. You pushed it out of your genitals. And that's basically like giving birth, right? I'll rate your baby. I'll even name your baby. Wow, the highest honor. I don't know what to tell you. Hi, Cockman. Yeah. I'm a very benevolent and generous VTuber. I'm not even gonna get jealous that you had a baby without me. It has 3 sparks. It's crazy. Oh no, I'm so sorry to inform you, but it seems like this baby kidney stone of yours. It's a 1-star gut spark. I am so sorry. Yap, enjoy your first time viewer. Is this normal? No, I promise. It gets worse. I'm so sorry to inform you, sir, but your kidney stone, it's a 1-star gut spark. I'm Hi, Beck. You will fail terribly at the Gemini Cup. Kidney stones can be spiky? What? Is it like absolutely disgusting if I googled what a kidney stone looks like? Like right now? Will I throw up? I'm sure it's not that bad, right? It's just a rock that you made in your body. How bad can that be, right? I burnt the stone just for 1 guts. Are you gonna send it to the glue factory? I'm googling it now. Quite disgusting, but well, yeah, it kind of looks more like a, I don't know, like a crystallization almost. Wow. That's really scary. We run it back for a 3-stamp stone. Good luck. Wow, and then you just have a little souvenir and produced by your own body. I think that's magical. Wow. It's the magic of childbirth, guys. You should cradle the kidney stone with your shirt off, okay? Skin to skin contact. You really need that bonding experience. It's crazy. What does a gallbladder stone look like? Holy shit, a gallbladder stone can be that big? That's much larger than the kidney stones I just looked at. Damn, that just looks like a whole ass rock. That's just a rock. kind of looks like papaya. I don't know. I saw some pictures with like I think it might be the actual gallbladder and like it was filled with stones and it just kind of looked like a papaya. Sorry guys. I'm certain you needed that in your brain right now. Here, Sarah, I made this friendship bracelet for you. It's made from my kidney stones. Are you gonna give it to me at Vexpo? Thank you so much. That's so sweet of you. I will wear it forever. Do kidney stones smell? Never eating papaya ever again. Okay, well, we'll probably move on to the next topic quite soon, right? We can't be stuck here talking about stones the whole stream. Can we, guys? Pfft. Come on. Get a grip. The finest minerals, that's true. I bet it's a rarity as well. We probably could. Molkosh knows a lot about rocks and minerals and stones in general. Molkosh, can you tell me a little bit about kidney stones? Now, don't you wish you skipped this stream, guys? It's a delicacy among rock munchers. It must be so rare because even me, the most well-known rock muncher of all time, I've never had one before. Never had one, but my friends say they suck. That's an expert opinion right there. From our expert geologist. Thank you very much. They suck. Well, I don't want to produce one, but perhaps one day we can eat one together. Never change. Don't you wish you went to sleep instead, Ball? Okay, moving on. So this weekend is Vexpo. I have a panel and a meet and greet at Vexpo. So for those of you who are gonna be there, I hope to see you all there, everybody. It's at a very, very tragic time for me. My panel is at 5 a.m. PDT for me, and my meet and greet is at 7:30 a.m. I'm pretty sure. So I'm at the point where I'm like, do I even sleep or do I just stay up the whole night? I don't even know. I think I'm too old to be pulling all-nighters, but also, like, I don't know if I could wake up at like 4 a.m., you know? So we'll see how that goes. But I'm excited. I'm really excited to see the silly billies who will be there. Maybe someday I'll make it to Europe. It's okay. According to my last conversation during the ZATSU stream with my senpais, I don't know. Europe doesn't seem all that great. Sorry, offending every single European in chat. Don't worry, I'm an honorary British person. Yeah, so I might just like stay up. I don't know. Either way, I'm gonna be really tired. Hey, it didn't come from me, okay? I wasn't the one saying, oh man, Europeans? It was the Europeans saying that, okay? So don't try to pin it on me. I would never do that unless you're French, but that's a whole nother story. Europeans? Oh no, do they pee? That's crazy. Do you think they pee out kidney stones over there? Do you not live in French Canada? Blech. Never speak of French Canada to me ever again, Cockman. That is so disgusting. I can't believe you would offend me like that. Like, that is the worst thing anyone can ever insinuate. Are you? I cannot believe you are insinuating that I am French Canadian right now. This deserves a ban. They crowned the finest kidney stones in the world. Oh no! Oh no! Cockman is no more! Are you Quebecois? Good night, Sakura! Good night! Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Holy moly. One day someone's actually gonna get offended and they're gonna make a, I don't know, a call out post trying to cancel me going, can you believe this corporate VTuber is racism? And then I'm gonna be like, oh man, I've been cancelled. You reap what you sow, I suppose. Google Docky to the Netflix special pipeline? Ayo. Okay, I have gone to France once, and it was honestly quite nice. I really enjoyed Paris. We stayed within Paris, so that was, I think, like the last family vacation my entire family went on together. But it was really nice. We were waiting for like a train or something, and then this French person came up to us and was like, "Konnichiwa," and we were like, okay. Yeah, we were just like, okay. We aren't speaking Japanese, but Konnichiwa, mademoiselle. Oh, good times. They're big weebs? Are they really? Well, I mean, I went downtown the other day because I don't even remember why I had to be there. I think it was for a meeting or something. And I hate going downtown because it's far. So far, so inconvenient to go there. But I went there and there were rats, and I saw a rat and I took a picture of the rat, and the rat stared at me. It was a really big rat. The rat stared at me and I stared at the rat, and I don't know, people just kept walking past me while I stood there staring at the rat, and I think we really bonded, guys. I think I really bonded with that rat. It's kind of cute. Second biggest consumer manga in the world? No way, really? Wow, the French are weebs? Sarah the rat whisperer. Why would you assume I ate the rat? Is that racism? If that's racism, I'm gonna ban your ass. Come on. Are you French? No, Suki, that was literally me. I stood there staring at the rat, and then the rat stared at me. Cera Luceria. I mean, I'm not too picky. I would say I would eat. I would try anything, at least once. Mr. Remy Ratatouille? Well, I don't know. This rat couldn't talk to me because if it could speak, I imagine he probably, or she, I don't know, it probably would have tried communicating with me. So I don't think that was Remy. The giant rat that makes all the rules? What does that mean? Is that a reference I'm not getting? Is that the rubber rat? A horde encounter? Oh my god, 5. Okay, you know, one rat I can like deal with. They're kind of cute. But multiple rats would probably scare me. You are stronger than I. Would you try brain? Like, from what though? You really have to specify. Would I try brain? Yeah, I would try brain, but human brain, you know? I don't know. Brain from what? How do we get from Vexpol to adopting rats? Where the rat memes are so scary because I just don't understand them. Oh my gosh, it's a Germa meme? Of course it is. You see the rats floating in trash boats? That's cute, but also so incredibly sad. Oh my god. I'm actually like a big fan of rodents. I know that's kind of crazy, but mice are so cute. I like rats as well, but I like mice a little bit more just because I think they're cuter, but they're so intelligent, you know? That doesn't mean I would go up to like a freaking wild ass rat and be like, "Oh my gosh, I'm taking you home." No. But I had a phase when I was in university. I would follow like a whole bunch of rodent creators on Instagram, like people who had a lot of guinea pigs, people who had mice, who had rats, squirrels, and I don't know. I was like, one day, I'm gonna be the queen of rodents, and I am still not the queen of rodents just yet. Capybara. Yes, that is a thing. I don't understand it, but it is a thing. Yet, I had a hamster once. Her name was Potato. She was incredibly aggressive. I tried really hard to tame her and to bond with her, but she just hated everything. So, I just left her alone and I fed her, I cared for her. I had to like wear whole ass gloves when I cleaned her cage because she was so mean. But she was my little dude, you know? You would have an aggressive hamster. I know, right? Like, I don't know. I've interacted with hamsters just fine in the past. When my hamster, like, I spent so much time trying to get her to warm up to me, but she just did not want any of that. And like every time I would come closer, she would like bare her teeth and like literally start growling. And I was like, okay, I don't want to. I don't want to like stress you out, so I'm not gonna force it. But I'll go slowly. It just never worked. Yeah, some hamsters are just so mean, and I had a really bitchy one. My hamster was a baby when I got her. I mean, obviously, I wasn't like a fetus, like a baby, but she was like only a couple of months old. Like, she was a baby. I didn't get like a grown hamster or anything. I don't know. You birthed? Yes. One day I woke up and I shot out a hamster and she was a bitch, so I named her Potato. Yeah, I don't know what happened. Good night, trust me. Sleep well. And then when she passed, oh, it was so sad. I was so sad. But at that point in time, we like lived in an apartment complex. So we were like, what are we supposed to do with this dead hamster? So we went downstairs and we buried her in like a bush. It was kind of crazy, dude. Mother, I am born. Mother, I am not alive. Yeah. I have a really short lifespan. I know. Would you bury me in a bush? No, baby. I would never even bury you. I would make sure to preserve your body and then keep you in bed next to me. Kind of like Norman Bates. I don't know. I keep you in bed next to me and we cuddle. Is that illegal to say? But it doesn't like... It's not illegal when you understand the context because Mion is a undead puppy. She's literally a zombie, okay? So she's already dead. It just it just makes sense, okay? There's lore behind it. The illegal part makes it exciting. I want to be consumed by my Oshi. That is very romantic, but also incredibly morbid. But like I said, if I had the ability to consume... Am I allowed to talk about this? Like I said, I would try anything at least once, you know? And if it was completely legal and safe also to try out a human dish, I would probably try it. Like, for example, if I lost a limb and the hospital let me take it home, you know, who's stopping me from cooking it up? Who's stopping me from cooking it up? Logan, aren't you a nerd? Wow, pushes up glasses. We could be cremated and just call it a gamer subs flavor. I don't know if I'm into that actually. Well, thank God you're lazy. Fine. Serotonin leg with a side of triple kidney stones. I'm not saying I'm gonna make it like my regular diet because that's obviously not possible, you know? But, I would want to try it to fulfill a morbid curiosity. That's it. Would you not? Oh, crayons, you are in for a ride. Sarah's favorite things, kidney stones and cannibalism. No, that's not what I wanted to share with you guys today. Stop, this is so wrong. An orange delight. That's cute. Let's talk about something I like actually enjoy. Oh my gosh. Okay, so this is a really funny story. I went to get my nails done oh shit, it's been a while. I don't actually know if oh shit, I should book another appointment, a nail appointment. They're growing really, really long, but I've just been so busy. So I went to get my... Good night, Halhorn! Thank you so much for hanging out. Thank you. Good night. Oh my god, like... What are you even talking about? Okay, so... What happened was... I went to my nail appointment, but my regular nail lady, she's my friend, a family friend, cousin. It's you know, big Asian families. Sometimes there you can't really distinguish that. But anyway, my normal nail lady, she double booked that time slot, so she asked her friend to do my nails because I didn't want like crazy nails this time. So she was just like, yeah, my friend can take care of that for you. And it's like, okay, cool. And it turns out her friend was really young. She was like 18, 19. I don't quite remember, but she said she was under 20. And we were just like yapping, and I sat there and I listened to her yap the entire time, and I was just in shock. It was like culture shock almost. The things that she would talk about, like the things that she thought were so incredibly important, like they meant nothing to me at all. Like she was telling me about her friend's relationship, like how her friend found like this really rich guy that paid for like all of her groceries and like all of her like necessities and stuff. And she was like, he even gives her like a weekly allowance. And I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. And then she was like, yeah, but she's like not allowed to leave the house without his permission. And immediately I was like, I was like, what? She was like, yeah, like she gives she's like trapped or something, but she really likes it because he gives her like an allowance. And I was like, okay, like is this guy like a billionaire? Is he like rich? And she was like, he makes like $42 an hour, and he gives her like $200 a week. And I sat there and I was like, I'm sorry, but if you're gonna keep me hostage, you better be a fucking millionaire. What do you mean you only make $42 an hour? Like, that's a good amount, right? Like, that's a decent amount of money to make. I'm not trying to shit on it at all, but like, no way you're gonna keep me at home. You know? I was just like, interesting, yeah, alright. And she was like, yeah, like on top of the $200 allowance she gets and the fact that he pays her all the bills and the groceries and stuff, she thinks it's a pretty good deal. And I'm like, so does he at least like have a place for them to live at? Like he has a house, right? That's why he can like keep her hostage basically. And he's like, no, they live with her mom. And I was like, what? What do you mean they live with her mom? Yeah, I just like, I sat there and I was like, so this is what kids these days are doing? Like, what? Like, he doesn't even have property? And I was like, not to, at the risk of sounding like a complete old lady and a boomer, I think you should tell your friend to break up with that man. And she was like, I've been trying, but she really likes this arrangement. And I'm just like, well, who am I to judge? Who am I to judge, right? And then she asked me like, so Sarah, you know my coworker, she normally does your nails. How long have you guys like known each other? And I was like, we've known each other like our whole lives pretty much, but because our families close. Our families are close to each other, right? But we really started like really hanging out and being friends like maybe 10-ish years ago. And she was like, wow, 10 years ago I was like 9 years old. And we both just like stared at her and we were like, okay, buddy. Cool story, bro. Oh, Mr. Stark, I don't feel so good, Mr. Stark. Yeah, wow, you guys became friends when I was 9 years old. Can we make the existence of people younger than 20 illegal? Yes, please. I know, right? She's literally like, wow, you guys are so old. Thing is, we're not... Okay, my friend, she's a couple years older than me. But honest to God, we're not even like that much older. But I guess there's just like this huge generational gap for whatever reason. I sure as hell felt much older. My 6th favorite mod. No, Delta is a baby, actually. Oh, so yeah, that happened. I have to book an appointment for... Darn, I'll see if I can go this weekend, I guess. Well, I don't wanna feel old. Chai, I don't wanna feel old. Hopefully, I don't have to yap with that child anymore because it really, really, really made me turn into dust. I need to pick up on that Zoomer slang. I feel like I talk with a considerable amount of Zoomer slang just because of what I do for work, right? Like, I don't talk very professionally, even IRL, you know? Good night, Slow! Thank you so much for hanging out. Sleep well, okay? Just accept that you're 3, Sarah. But I don't wanna. I don't even know what that means. Back in my day, we called them emoticons. I don't know, I've always called them emojis. I even feel like emoji is outdated. You're the youngest you've ever been? Bunny, that's very sweet, but I feel like that's just a lie. Because even now, I'm older than the point where I started this sentence. Oh yeah, this weekend, last weekend, I went to an escape room for the first time with a couple of my friends. And, what that taught me was that we are all very incredibly stupid. Very, very, very dumb. All of us, a bunch of idiots. But it was fun. I just... did not need that reminder that we were dumb as shit, bro. I like to avoid, like, I don't know, a lot of team activities because I know I don't really seem like it as Cera Luceria, but I'm actually quite like, I don't know, maybe I do seem like it. I don't know. I try not to do it too much on stream, but I'm very like I'm trying to find a way to say this that doesn't make me look like a complete dickbag. I like to take charge. I'm very much like, okay, if nobody else is gonna step up as a leader, I am going to do that. And we did actually escape. So we did escape, but we used a few more hints than we would have liked. We tried really, really hard not to use any hints, but at the end we were like, okay, we're dumb as shit. We need these hints, bro. But we didn't end up escaping. So yeah, I'm like, if someone else were to be comfortable taking up that leader role, I'm fine following. I think it's actually a lot better for me if I was a follower. But if nobody else steps up, I really don't like how how people work so disorganized without without a goal to focus on, you know? So I just feel like I have to do it. I have to be like, okay, let's do this next. Let's do that next. And then when I'm in that role, it just stresses me out so bad. So I like to avoid these situations because I know a bunch of my friends, they hate making decisions. They hate I don't know, they just hate leading, and a lot of the times it falls on me, and I'm just like, I don't want to do this either. I don't quite like this, but if I don't do this, we're never gonna get anything done. So it pisses me off, which is why I did not really want to do any team building exercises ever. I'm fine with like going to eat and like, I don't know, just yapping, sitting down and having a good yap, you know? But doing these activities, I'm like, unless I know there is a born leader or like an extrovert that's coming, I'm gonna sit this one out, you know? Are you gonna work, crayons? Have a good day. Bye bye. Thank you so much for hanging out. But this time it was actually pretty good. I think maybe because we had two of my friends, they brought their boyfriends along. Don't worry, I was not fifth wheeling. It was quite a large group, so I think 4 of us. We were the single as a Pringle team, and then the 4 coupled individuals were in their own little world, you know. So I think maybe having like some of their partners along made things a little bit better. I don't know how it works, but it works a little bit better than if it was just us gals. But yeah, that was fun. We were just incredibly dumb, incredibly stupid. I wish we were a little bit smarter, but at least we managed to escape with the help of some hints. Were they ERPing but IRL? No, they were not doing anything sus. Wait, in public, Hotchick? In public? Well, I don't know. They didn't even like hold hands or anything. Congrats on escaping. Thank you. It costed all of our brain cells. Every single one of our brain cells were used on escaping. And even then, that wasn't enough. Hi, Bev. It's good to see you. Valorant e-couple, but real. Funny story. One of them, they actually did meet online. I don't think it was on Valorant though. I'm trying to remember where they met online. It wasn't Tinder or anything. Like, yeah, a lot of my friends, they have given up on Tinder, but I think for her specifically, I think she met him on like, oh, I want to say Lost Ark, but I could be completely wrong. I don't know. But that's basically the same thing as e-dating on Valorant, right? I don't play either of those games, but same thing. But hey, they get along pretty well. They play a lot of games together, so who am I to judge? They're not like long distance or anything, which I think is why they're working out quite well. If it was like a long distance e-dating thing, I would maybe judge a little bit more. But an MMO couple, is that like better or worse than a Valorant couple? I mean, they're cute. he's sweet to her, so you know, I supported it. But very dumb because he was not very helpful at all. So I don't know, maybe all the brain cells went to Lost Ark. Can I ask to see you in wide mode? What does that mean? What do you mean wide mode? Is this like some kind of inflation? Better, you think? Better, probably? Okay, okay. You a guy who married his WoW girlfriend? Yeah, you know, like if it works, it works. Who am I to judge, right? What do you mean wide, Sarah? Oh, when your ears go horizontal. Okay, I was very confused. I was like, I don't really remember having a wide toggle. A big chungus toggle? Ta-da! It's okay to be dumb. Is he cute? I don't know. If you're not a 2D person, then I don't think you're cute at all. So wide, so wide. Your donathon clip. People are gonna think that's how I'm advertising my donathon, but it really wasn't. It was because someone came in here calling me, what did they call me? A clickbaiter, when my thumbnail was "Let's talk donathon" and my title was "Yapping about donathon." Like, yes. That is the perfect clickbait. That's why I'm going into the hydraulic press today. Oh my god. What if we all go onto a hydraulic press together and then we get mushed into a flat 2D thing together, and we'll be nasty and disgusting and probably oozing from every pore, but at least it'll be romantic. That clip was made especially for that guy. Yeah, way to go, guy. I had a nightmare like that once. That's really scary. A hydraulic press nightmare? Sounds terrifying. Okay, wait, speaking of nightmares, I tweeted about this a couple of days ago, but I don't know if I've actually talked about this on stream or not, but I had the most insane nightmare ever, okay? It was actually crazy. Like, I woke up and I could recall every single detail of my dream, and the dream itself was so vivid and it was just like so coherent. A lot of the times with my dreams, I forget things here and there and it jumps around a lot, right? But for this one, it was completely the whole entire time in first person point of view. Like, I saw everything through my own eyes. Like, how I'm looking at things right now is exactly what it was like inside my dream. A lot of the times that doesn't happen, you know? A lot of times I get like a different point of view, or sometimes I'm myself, sometimes I'm someone else, but it was like I was living that dream. I do lucid dream a lot, so that's not something that does happen a lot. But this one, it was like a half lucid dream, I guess, but it was so incredibly real. Like, everything was so vivid. I could smell things in my dream. I could feel things in my dream. I could hear things so clearly in my dream. It was I was shocked, okay? Hi, Zozax141, welcome! Yeah, I have never ever experienced something so vivid before, and that includes like my lucid dreams. Like nothing in such incredible detail. Anyway, it was a nightmare. So basically what happened was that I was taking a walk through a park or something. I think I was in a rush, so I must have been on my way to like an appointment or work. But I was walking really fast and I accidentally stepped on a pigeon. I don't know how that works because, I don't know, normally pigeons, they don't just like sit there and let you step on them, right? But I stepped on a pigeon and the pigeon got really upset and called for backup. And I recall just standing there in the park in watching pigeons just start swarming up in the sky towards me. Like it covered the entire sky. Birds everywhere. And I was like, oh shit, this is really, really bad. And then I started running. Oh, I'm losing my voice. Let me eat a cough drop. Yeah, it's kind of like a Link moment, yeah. But it was a crazy amount of pigeons. It wasn't just like a swarm or a horde of pigeons. It was actually like apocalyptic, world-ending amount of pigeons. And you know, like it covered the entire sky and it like blocked out the sun. The sky literally went dark. And I started running and I ran into a hospital. And in the hospital, I was like, everybody, please, we have to secure every single exit because I have angered the pigeons. And people just like thought I was insane. They were like, what the fuck are you talking about? And then the pigeons burst through the front door of the hospital and they filled out the entire like reception area like water. It was like fluid coming in, but they were birds. And I was like, oh my god. And I started running up the stairs and I smelled pigeon, man. I smelled bird. It was so stinky. And I was running and I couldn't even look back, but I know that I knew in that moment that all the people who were in the receptionist area died. I was like, oh, those people who didn't run away must have suffocated or the pigeons ate them. Like, they're just gone and dead now. And I just kept running and running into like different areas of the hospital. And I remember very distinctly running into like this office admin area, and I was like, we have got to block off all of the doors. And I held the door closed with both of my arms, and the pigeons just started smacking itself onto the door, and I felt like the shockwaves through my arms. It was insane. And eventually they started like poking their head through like the door, and I was like, guys, you guys have got to kill these pigeons or else we're gonna die. And all the people in like all the office workers, they were like, but we don't want to kill the pigeons. And I was like, but I can't hold this door any longer. They're gonna burst through and break this door down. They're like, but killing pigeons is so scary. And I was like, fuck this shit, man. So I don't know the logistics behind if this would actually work, if it was real life, if this was happening in real life, but it worked in my dream because I was partially lucid dreaming. So what I did was I opened the door and then I hid behind the door, so all of the pigeons pushing onto the door, they flooded inside that room, and then I left. I left from the door after they finished filling in the room. And then everybody in that room died. And then I just kept running and hiding out in different areas of the hospital. And then eventually on the PA system, there was an announcement that went off that was like, please come to the 6th floor of the hospital. Any remaining survivors, please come to the 6th floor. The science team, for some reason there was a science team in this hospital. The science team has successfully developed a pigeon poison spray. And I was like, damn, poison spray? That sounds lit. So I made my way up to the 6th floor, and then I saw like carcasses of pigeons everywhere on the 6th floor, and these scientists in like lab coats were just spraying their pigeon poison everywhere. And I was like, oh, thank God. And they gave me some spray, and I went around spraying all the pigeons, and eventually we managed to, I think, eradicate the pigeons that were in the hospital room. And then we made our way outside. At that point, like, all the windows and all the doors of the hospital were broken. There were dead bodies everywhere. Dead bodies of, like, humans and pigeons, by the way. And we were like, phew! Oh, that was really scary, huh? And some of the scientists, they were like, I wonder what happened. Why did the pigeons go berserk and attack us like that? And I was like, I don't know. I got no idea. It surely wasn't because of me. And then suddenly we heard like some pigeon coos from the corner of the room or something. And we're like, wait, are there more pigeons? Don't tell me there are more pigeons. And then a couple of pigeons, like 3 or 4 pigeons, flew our way, and immediately a science guy, he sprayed the pigeon dead with the poison pigeon spray. And we're like, okay, I think we probably got the last of them, right? And we're like, yeah, good job, good job, good job. And then we noticed that the sky started getting dark again. And we looked up, and there was another swarm of pigeons covering the sun in the sky. And we were like, did we just spray another gang of pigeons? This was an unrelated gang of pigeons, and now we've pissed off another gang of pigeons? And then the pigeons came at us, and I recall in first person point of view, the pigeons coming to me and attacking me. I felt their wings, their beaks, their claws on me, and I was like, oh man, this is how I die. The pigeons are killing me. And there were just so many. I don't know, do pigeons have talons? I didn't want to say talons because I was like, do pigeons have talons? They just have silly little feet. But I couldn't even look down at my body, but I knew that the pigeons were eating at me alive. And I just looked down, and I was like, I couldn't even see anything because there were so many pigeons blocking my way, and then I suffocated to death, and it was a very painful and gruesome death. And then I woke up. I woke up immediately after I died. Yeah, I was taught that talons are for large birds as well, but maybe like scientifically they're all technically talons, but I don't know. I was just taught talons are for the larger birds. I know, that was crazy, right? I don't know what over like what came over me, but it happened. Talent from the hit game League of Legends. If you thought that it really happened, I would have been dead then, or I would not be here yapping about it. But it was scary. I don't have like a fear of pigeons specifically, but I am quite afraid of birds. It's not like, I don't know, a phobia or anything, but I don't know. I don't like birds swooping right above my head. I don't like birds when they make really loud noises. I don't like Canadian geese. Geese are freaking terrifying. And I also hate freaking seagulls. I grew up in a coastal town that had a lot of seagulls, and they just come at you. It doesn't even matter if you're like not holding food or anything. They will just swoop at you. You're holding your phone, they're gonna think it's food. Yeah, I don't want birds to land on me. I don't want birds to come near me. I don't want birds to poo on me. So I guess like I don't like birds, and I guess if they're like coming at me, obviously I'd be scared. Like that is terrifying. But otherwise I don't have really big feelings towards birds. Yeah, like leave me alone. This isn't even food. And geese are just so mean. Like you don't even have to go close to them. They don't even care. They'll just start running after you. Seagull just swallowing a whole rabbit? Oh my god, what? No, I like small birds, like small parrots, budgies. I think they're really, really cute. I would have one as a pet, you know? Like pet birds, so freaking adorable. I've always wanted a pet bird, but those are different. Like domesticated animals compared to like animals you find in in the wild, completely different story, you know? Like a cute little parrot is so different from like a fuck ass Canadian goose, guys. When I was young, I used to feed a couple of pigeons and they got really fat. I know you shouldn't do that, but I was a baby and they really loved me. But don't do that. So that was scary. That was my dream. I've never had a dream that was so vivid before. I literally remember every single detail. And I don't know, like, what does that say about me? I know some of you mentioned that you've never died in a dream before, but I actually die a lot in my dreams. There was this one dream. This one wasn't as vivid. Like, I didn't feel anything. I just remember the moment where I died, and I was trying to buy some fish at like a pet shop or something, and they were selling alligators, and then the alligator broke out of its containment and ate me. Oh. And then I woke up because I was consumed by an alligator. So I don't know. Maybe there's a pattern here. Okay, I gotta pee really bad. Sarah narrates World War Pigeon. Coo, 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 coo. My re-zero past lives, you know what? That's actually a really interesting theory. I know it's like bogus, but you know, it's fun to think about. It's better than thinking about how my brain is just trying to scare the shit out of me, you know? Okay, I'm gonna pee really fast and then I'm gonna come back, okay? Wait for me. Tell me about a dream where you've gotten, killed by an animal before, and if you've never had a dream where you've been killed by an animal before, if you could have a dream in which an animal kills you, what animal would it be? Okay, goodbye.
Super chat. Super chat. Super chat. Super chat. Super chat. Super chat. Super chat.
Hello, I'm back. Smoky, Lokash, Fiend, Thiago, JonJonH, Silent Cockman. Oh my god. Thank you guys so much for the peace soups. Let's see, let me back read. Lokash had one when he was eaten by a T-Rex. Anubis warriors from the Mimy returns? That's oddly specific, Noble. Do cat girls count as animals? Kawa, were you killed by cat girls before? I choose to die to a chicken, it would come full circle. It's pretty close to a pigeon, I guess. Damn, you got shot? Mac, you got shot? That's scary. Alright. I have not yapped about my favorite things at all today. I yapped about things that, I don't know, don't really care about or don't really like at all. So, what's going on? Am I a liar on the internet? Have I evolved to becoming a liar on the internet? That's not me! Kinda love the one vid where that guy feeds chicken nuggets to the chickens. That's really mean. Why would he do that? Clickbaited once again. Can you believe it? I hope that guy doesn't see this. Don't come back. Don't come back. Hi, Prosky. Thank you so much. Kidney stones, cannibalism, killer pigeons. You know, all of my favorite things. Exactly. Why waste the chicken nuggets on chicken who's just gonna be made into nuggets, huh? ASMR. Oh my gosh. So, I've been partaking in a lot of normie stuff because the past couple of weeks I've had to stay at the hospital for quite long periods of time. So I'm on my phone a lot, and I don't know how the algorithm started picking it up, but it's on my Facebook. I know, blah blah blah. She uses Facebook. She must be ancient. But I was on Facebook and they started pushing like "Am I the asshole?" posts to me on Facebook, and I don't ever go on Reddit. I only see like reposts of the Reddit stuff on different social media sites, and I've just been reading a whole ton of that, like reposted "Am I the asshole?" Reddit posts onto Facebook. And I don't know how I feel about that. I feel like really very quickly becoming a boomer. There was this one post where someone was like, basically what happened was it was the guy's birthday and he wanted to go to this restaurant for dinner, and his girlfriend was like, okay, since it's your birthday, I'll treat anything you want. And he picked this restaurant, and he was like, my friend and I, we've both been really wanting to try out this new restaurant. She was like, cool, you can bring your friend along and I'll pay for everybody. And then it turns out that the restaurant does not have a vegetarian menu, and she's a vegetarian, and they just went and she sat there staring at him. And I was like, is this real? Like, who in their right mind? Like, who cares if it's my girlfriend or not? Like, even just a friend, I would not let my friend just sit there staring at me eat. Like, people of the internet, am I the asshole posts on Reddit, are they real? Or are they just like clickbait like me? Because apparently I'm also clickbait. Like, what are you clickbaiting? I'm pretty sure like the upvotes you get on Reddit don't convert to money, right? And he was just like, am I the asshole for taking her there even though she said I could pick whatever restaurant I wanted? I tell them to sit in the car. I tell her to man the fuck up and start eating this chicken with me. The vast majority have to be rage bait. Bait, I know, right? That's how I felt reading those. I was like, there's no way this is not rage bait. But the points. What do the points even do? What do they even do for you? Converts into ego boosts. Accounts with a lot of upvotes get bought? For what? Like, why do people need to buy Reddit accounts? The other kind of serotonin. I see, Matt. I see. Upvotes on Reddit, is that similar to liking the stream and subscribing to Cera Luceria? Oh my gosh, if you guys want an ego boost, you should definitely like and subscribe. Number go up. If you're internet EP'ing. Oh, so they use it to advertise products and stuff. That makes sense. I guess that makes sense, but it must be like so much work to, I don't know, rage bait like that. Like, God, can't you just like find a job or, I don't know, reroll accounts for gacha games or something? Punch the notif button. Thank you. Don't forget to punch that bell button. Good night, Wall. Thank you so much for hanging out. Sleep well, okay? They're chronically online or children. I don't know. Some of these things I don't think children can even write. It's like just so out there. Man, scary. Okay, that's also not something that I like. This is like Reddit is not my favorite thing. I've never used Reddit before. Yeah, I don't know why I started talking about that. Reddit, Facebook, neither of those are my favorite things. Never underestimate an iPad kid. I have worked with many an iPad kids in my time, and trust me, they cannot write for shit, actually. I mean, I whenever I Google stuff, I would like to add Reddit on the end just so I can get hopefully human opinions on things. Like if I want to buy something, I'll like Reddit it, but that's it. I don't like actually use Reddit or anything. You watch the AI narrated Reddit videos? No, Fiend, how could you? Don't do that. Don't do that. I'll narrate those Reddit videos for you instead. Cera Reddit stream when? I don't know, it's a scary, scary place to be, guys. Actually, though, I mean, I'll read some out. Maybe we'll do a stream where I just read them out. And then we can shit on them. Actually, that does sound kind of fun. Maybe I will go on the Am I an Asshole Reddit, and then we can just shit on them. But yeah, do I really want to read Reddit, though? At least when I'm reading on Facebook, there's like a filter. You know, I'm not actually on Reddit. I'm on Facebook. Which I don't know if it's better or worse, but... Okay, let's talk about at least one of my favorite things. Relationship advice is also a dumb one to read. What do people actually like give relationship advice, or do they ask for relationship advice? I find it's always so silly when you ask random people on the internet for advice relating to your personal relationship. Like, yes, let me just listen to this random guy who's probably 13 years old or 53 and lives in his mother's basement. Like, I don't know. I feel like that's not the best place to go, but Good night, night, Mokosh. Thank you for yapping with us. Sleep well. Every Reddit relationship advice? Yeah, right? I don't know. I think maybe it's because I've been educated in the ways of therapy. For those of you who don't know, I'm studying to become a therapist, currently doing my master's. I just think, like, telling someone to break up is really the most useless advice you can give. Like, really? Don't do that. Like, yes, oh my gosh. My partner did something I absolutely hated. Oh, break up. Okay, why don't I just stay single for the rest of my life? Well, even in like situations where the couple is really incompatible with each other, and even in like a toxic situation, well, especially in toxic situations, right? You can't just tell someone to break up and expect that to solve everything. Like, that's probably the worst thing that you could do, actually. Like, yeah, as a friend, you might want that person to break up, but you really have to assess the situation a little bit more and see what's actually a good fit. Hi, Oshi, I need advice. Someone said something really mean to me an hour ago. Can you send another super chat telling me what what this person said, and I will give you so much therapy and so much advice for free, because did you know that soups are actually free today? I wonder, what did this person say to you? I'm so sorry. That must have been really difficult for you. You know, tell me a little bit more about that. What happened? Figure the super John, the more characters you get. Thanks, Harper. Got a yawn. Nom 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 nom. Free?
Super chat.
Thank you, Bo. But you didn't even ask for advice on anything. Come on, it's only free if you ask for some advice. That's not advice, Bo. You just spent $10. Come on, get a grip. What's wrong with you? Yeah, you just wasted $10. Come on. It's only free when you're asking for advice. I don't know, 'cause mental health is important or something. Alright, let's talk about one of my favorite things. I should at least talk about one thing of mine that I really, really like, right? Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. Guess what? I'm here to tell you a secret. Here to tell you about one of my favorite things ever. Are you interested in learning about one of my favorite things ever? Click the 3 dots, buy your own super chat, send a free super chat easy. Thanks, Harper. You're so smart. Alright, so listen up, okay? I really like I really like you. I really like you. Shucks. Good night, Gianna. Thank you, Thiago. I think you're like, I think you're like really cool or something. Oh, Matt, that's not a super chat. You just wasted your money. Come on, can you guys follow one simple instruction? It's free super chats only when you're asking for advice. Yeah, I think you're like really cool, and I can't help but like stare at you from afar every single day. Oh shucks. Oh my gosh. And this is really embarrassing. But like I sometimes when you walk past me, I can't help but get a whiff of your smell, your scent, your BO even. Oh my gosh. Do you like me too? Real voice leaks. Imagine if your Oshi sounded like that. Oh. Guys, I talked about at least one of my favorite things. Did you like that? I wasn't lying. I didn't lie. The stream isn't a clickbait. But for real, I say this every time, and I'm gonna say it again. You guys are pretty darn cool. I like spending time with you guys a lot, even though I don't really know what I'm saying half the time. I really appreciate you listening to my yaps and going along with all the silly shenanigans I pull from out of my bum. Ego, thank you so much. My Sarah alone. So I guess you guys are pretty cool. I guess I could say that you're technically one of my favorite things, but since you guys are like human, maybe, probably, hopefully you guys are living human beings, I don't really want to call you guys a thing, because that's kind of rude. Other than that, I also really like right, this is one of the topics I want to talk about. I had a cute Ceratonin ask me in Moros what my favorite fruit was, because they had a pear tree in their backyard, which I think is super cute. I've always wanted to like grow a fruit tree in my backyard. On my daily dog walking route, there's a cherry tree and an apple tree, and the apple tree it's filled with apples now. They're like not ripe yet, but it's so cute. I've always wanted like a fruit tree in my backyard. But my favorite fruit, yeah, I like mango. I like pears as well. I don't eat them quite as frequently as I would like. I don't know, there's like this superstitious like belief that my mom has. I don't really believe it. I'm not superstitious at all. Like, I don't believe in any of that. But pear in Chinese is li, and it sounds the same as like separate in Chinese. So li is pair and also like separate. And apparently the superstition is that you can't share pairs with an even amount of people, and I can't finish an entire pair on my own. I know that probably sounds like that probably sounds really stupid. She can't even eat a fruit on her own. No, I don't eat that much, guys. So I have to like share it with someone, and my mom knows this, so she doesn't buy a whole ton of pears. She forbids us from buying the pears because she knows that I can't finish it on my own. I know, right? It's interesting. But I do like them. We make I don't even know what to call it. Like, we make water out of it. Like, we boil the pears and then we drink the water. It's apparently supposed to be good for your throat if you're having a cough or something. But yeah, yeah, that superstition for the number 4 is in a lot of Asian countries, actually, not just Japan. Well, it's not really juice. It's literally just water. It's like tea, actually. Maybe we should call it like a tea. It's not juice. Like, we're not juicing it or anything. It's like we're making pear tea. Yeah. Yeah, broth. Well, I don't know. In the West, you guys don't like the number 13 for whatever reason. And you guys skip 13 on the old buildings. I think even in new buildings nowadays, there is still like no 13th floor, right? And you guys don't like 666. Yeah, like cucumbers and water and lemon or lime. Yeah. But fruit, yeah, back to fruit. My sister's apartment. Yeah, a lot of Asian cultures have that. They avoid anything with the number 4 as well. I know in Korean culture, it is forbidden to write your name in red ink because that symbolizes you're gonna die soon. Back in the day, people only write your name in red ink if you were about to die or get executed. But yeah, fruit. Next Friday the 13th is in February. Well, you know, if I don't stream on the 14th of February, everyone's gonna be like, oh my god, she has a date. She's hanging out with her boyfriend. Blah, 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 blah. Every single year, when I have specified explicitly that I have school on the weekends, which is why I typically don't stream on the weekends. So we'll see. Maybe I skip the 13th to stream on the 14th. But yeah, fruit. I like mango. I like lychee. Longyan is pretty good as well. I don't know. Is Logan? Is it? Do they just call it Logan in English? I like mangosteen. I like this guy. Hell yeah. I think those are like the fruits that really pop out to me. It's okay if you go out with your boyfriend on Valentine's Day. One day, when I find one. Durian, yes or no? Oh no, I'm not. I am not a durian enjoyer. I'm sorry. I just cannot stomach durian. I've had cantaloupe. What's the other thing? Cantaloupe and that other one. The green one? What's the green one called? Cantaloupe and the other one? I've never had fresh jackfruit before. Honey, do these nuts fit in your mouth? Oh! Got him! Damn. Yeah, I better watch out. I like cantaloupe. I like honeydew as well. Yeah, I can't stomach durian. I've never had fresh jackfruit before, but I've had like dried jackfruit slices, which I actually really like. But yeah, I've just never had the chance. No way, that's a lie. I have had fresh jackfruit before at like a dessert place. Yeah, they're pretty good. I like jackfruit. Jackfruit is good. You do like honeydew. Oh, I love honeydew. I think those are like my most notable fruits, you know. But pineapple, I used to really like pineapple, but I don't know. Every time I eat it, it makes my lips feel all tingly. I suspect it's because of the acidity of the pineapple and not because I'm allergic, but I don't know. It just feels very masochistic of me to just continuously consume pineapple and then have it be painful afterwards. So I try my best to avoid pineapple nowadays. Like kiwi as well, but I used to eat a whole ton of kiwi and pineapple. I enjoy a good battery. Batteries are good. Pineapples have an enzyme that eats flesh. That is crazy. Then why do we eat it? Are we crazy? I would call tomato a fruit. I think it depends, especially on like the type of tomato. But when I love like cherry tomatoes and like grape tomatoes. I just eat them like a snack, you know? When I was young, I used to take a whole ass tomato and just eat it like an apple as well. I'm a tomato lover. It's a battle of wills. Who can eat first? Dragon fruit. Oh my gosh, you had homegrown dragon fruit? That sounds incredible. I do like dragon fruit, but I find that I guess it's because dragon fruits don't like natively grow here or something, but they're really hit or miss. Like sometimes you get a really good dragon fruit, and other times you get a really mid dragon fruit. When the dragon fruit is really good, that's delicious. But when it's mid, I could go with or without it, you know? You eat a whole tomato but not a pear? Yeah, because tomatoes are soft. I know it's crazy, but I don't really like a lot of hard foods. I have some sensory issues that they don't really like impede my day-to-day life at all, but I just have a preference for softer foods. Tomatoes are soft. I do also have sensitive teeth, yes. Dragon fruit is bland. I think that's because they're eating like mid dragon fruits because they're so hit or miss. You can get like the best dragon fruit ever, and then like the next 5 times you get the the worst dragon fruit of all time. Those rock chompers are just for show. Yeah, I think it's because technically my diet should consist of only rocks. And now that I've evolved into a human, I've been expanding my diet a lot. And that's really done a number on my teeth. So now I can only eat hard things if they're rocks. Does that make sense? Yes, that makes sense. Hey, auntie. Who the hell is your auntie, buddy? Too much of it and it's kind of like a laxative? Really? It makes you go poo? Nice lore drop. Yeah, quick. Write that to the lore. Someone put that on my wiki. Oh, I like blueberries as well. I can't believe I forgot about blueberries. One summer I went blueberry picking and I came back with buckets and buckets of blueberries, and every single day I would just eat so many blueberries, and then a week later my entire body broke out in hives. Probably it was because of the heat. Combined with all the dust. I am allergic to dust. There was a lot of dust at the blueberry farm. And I don't know, eating too many blueberries. I was just a human hive. Human hive man. But I still love blueberries a lot. I did not turn blue. I turned very red. I imagine if I kept scratching all of my hives, I probably would have turned purple, maybe blue at one point. No, it's all good, Dark Flame. Don't worry. Figs? I've only ever had dry figs before as well. I've never had fresh figs. No, strawberry, blackberry, raspberries are kind of like a hit or miss for me. I think I like blackberries and blueberries the most. I don't really like mixing them together, you know. I'm scared, traumatized by all of the bad strawberries I've had in my past. Those are tasty, yummy in your tummy, hey Smokey? You say that they tasted purple? Wow. You know what? That tasted purple. You're so right. Elderberries. No, I've never had an elderberry before. We have a lot of wild blackberry bushes growing around these parts. Sometimes I pick one and I eat it. Oh, I used to really like cherries, but in case you haven't heard this story before, I'm gonna give you guys a trigger warning because this is really disgusting. But I was in middle school, so I was a teen, and I came home. My parents were out, and my mom texted me, "I left some cherries in the fridge for you." And then I was like, "Ooh, cherries, yum!" And I took out the Tupperware of cherries, and I sat down in front of my laptop, and I was like, okay, it's a Wednesday. All of my favorite manga have been uploaded. I'm gonna be a pirate and read all of my updates. And I was eating away at my cherries and just reading my silly little manga. And then I don't know what compelled me to do this, because the cherries were actually really good. They were really delicious cherries. I didn't taste anything wrong. And then I looked down and I took like a bite of this cherry. Normally I just eat the cherry whole and spit the seeds out, but for some reason I took a bite of this cherry, and then I looked down and it was infested with those little larva maggot-like thingies. those mealworm thingies, and I was like, I warned you it was disgusting. I warned you it was really nasty. And then I looked at the Tupperware and it was all over the container and the other cherries as well. And I was like, And then in my state of shock, I put my half-eaten cherry back into the Tupperware, closed the Tupperware container, and put it back in the fridge. Texted my mom, there were bugs on that cherry. I put it back in the fridge. My mom was like, why didn't you throw it away? I was like, I don't want to look at it right now. And then I went to brush my teeth. I considered throwing... regurgitating and throwing it up, but then I realized if I did that, I would have to actually look at it. So I kept it down in my stomach as best as I could. And that's why I don't really eat cherries anymore, but I still enjoy them. I also eat them. It wasn't like traumatized. It was traumatizing, but not to the point where it has stopped me from eating cherries in the future. So I'm just more careful when it comes to cherries now. Yeah, just hold in the L. You know, there's no use throwing it up and then having to look at it. I mean, that just means the cherry was really goddamn sweet, you know? Because it was really sweet. Yeah, that's kind of nasty. Definitely not one of my favorite things, no. I was quite brave. I don't know how I lived through that, but I imagine if that were to happen to me again now, I would not be as brave as I was back then. I don't know. Something about being a kid really just makes you so stupid and naive and headstrong and like, ew, bugs. Okay, put that in the fridge. If that were to happen to me right now, I would probably die. I would 100% faint on the spot, you know? Yeah, it's the power of not having a frontal lobe. It's not developed yet, okay? Yeah, so be careful when eating cherries, guys. You should probably take a look. Make sure they're not infested. Gosh, what did you guys eat? Banana bugs? Ew, do I want to know what that is? I'm gonna Google it, and if I throw up, you're irresponsible. I spelled banana wrong. I spelled bana. Would you still love us if we were little worms in your food? I would consume you, and that would be like so romantic, wouldn't it? Right? Covered in ants? I don't know. I feel like eating ants is like not that big of a deal. I know that sounds crazy, and I don't know like where this rationale comes from, but I just think like maybe ants can be a little treat. You can have a couple of ants as a little treat from time to time, you know? I don't want to be a bug. Rebrand us into tapeworms? That is disgusting. Never speak again. You're banned. Ban yourself, hot chick. Don't mention League. I need to sleep. Who mentioned League? Literally nobody mentioned League. What are you on, Harper? Literally delusional and hallucinating right now. Yeah, I'm gonna have to replace Hot Chick and Delta since Delta resigned today. We're gonna be out of mods. Literally only these two mods ever do anything in my streams. Who wants to be a Cera mod? It's certainly a great time. Modless. Does it come with health insurance? I'll eat you if you die. Does that count? Do I have to stop being freaky? Real questions being asked here. Not after the honeydew joke. So yeah, my favorite fruits. We talked about my favorite fruits and my fruit horror story. What else? Oh, what else do I like? Do you guys have any questions? You want to ask me anything about any of my favorite things? How much PTO does this position have? Well, technically none, but honestly, no one ever shows up other than Hot Chick and sometimes Delta. So, every day is time off day. Do you match her 401k contributions? I don't even know what that is. What about fave veggies? I like cucumber. Is that a vegetable? I also like okra. I mean, like okra. No, lettuce is a go-to staple. Who is your favorite 15th century philosopher? I don't even know who was alive in the 15th century. What's up with the IMAS Cinderella tweet? Well, thank you, Kawa, for asking. My favorite game of all time, Cinderella Girl Starlight Stage, is shutting down after this 10-year anniversary event. And I'm just so sad. I'm getting so many Idolmaster tweets on my timeline now, and it's all the producers saying goodbye to their girls, and I just cannot stomach it. It's making me want to download the game again, but if I download the game I have to get rid of Uma Musume, which is also terrifying. It just makes me so sad. Raiders, Azura, thank you so much for the raid, my love, mommy. I know you had a wonderful, wonderful stream. I saw that you had your chibi model on screen earlier, and it was so cute. Oh my gosh. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for bringing your community over. Everybody, please go check out Miss Azura. She does incredible ASMR. She's super duper hot. She is mommy through and through. So please, go show her lots and lots of love, okay? Thank you so much for the raid. I hope you guys had a wonderful, wonderful time. Go rest up, Mrs. Zura. Thank you so much. You got the milk, yum. I am lactose intolerant, so oh, but it's goat milk, right? So I'm okay. Please give me all your milk. What are you guys up to? And welcome, ladies! Welcome, welcome, welcome! Hello, my name is Cera Luceria. I'm the carbuncle VTuber of GLOBIE's Gen 3 Morvaria. I like ASMR, I like yapping, and I like being super duper silly. Today I'm yapping about all of my favorite things. This is certainly not a clickbait title, because I have not yapped about any of my favorite things yet. Bioshock and Marvel Rivals. Oh, that sounds like fun. Did you guys get lots of dubs? I know, right? Everybody is so dedicated and so loyal. It's so cute. We still have her last name. To find my toes again. I must go on a journey to find my toes again. I'm glad you guys had such a good time. Oh, you guys are so cute. Oh my gosh. That's so cute. Ah! One day, my chat will want to marry me too, right? Right? Sorry, I'm not on the boat of trying to make my chat feel bad. They're all very cute as well. You guys are all very cute. I do hate feet, actually. So maybe I don't want toes. Maybe you're correct. Aren't we married already? I mean, I guess, but like nobody wants to take my last name ever. Ugh. You want to replace your feet with hands? I don't know if that's any better, honestly. That sounds way more cursed, but having an extra pair of hands could probably come in quite handy. Like if I had an extra pair of opposable thumbs. Like imagine all of the things I could do. Aw, thank you. Aren't you a sweetie? You guys are so cute. Very, very sweet, guys. We just kept our maiden names. You know what? Valid. If I were to ever get married, I think I would want to keep my maiden name Luceria as well. Understandable. You can do handstand effortlessly. Yeah, you're so right. You know what? Maybe it's about time I replaced my feet with hands. Some people can already use their feet like hands. That is true, you know. But I don't like feet, so I'm never gonna have that ability. I feel like I gotta pee again, guys. I don't wanna go pee when we just got the raiders in here. But guys, I got a really small bladder. What else did I want to talk about? Go piss, girl. Go piss, girl. One day, I'm gonna forget to mute my mic and then you guys are gonna get that free piss audio. Cera 2.0 has hand feet. Got it? Actually, you're not gonna be able to see Cera's feet in her 2.0 because her toes, her grippers are already out in her 1.0. So there's no need for you to see it again on her 2.0. Here. Look at it while you'll like go pee, guys.
Super chat. 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 Super chat.
Hello, I have returned. Cera Luceria jump scare. Smoky, Fiend, Thiago, Silent, JonJonH, Orbital, Alfred, Rabbit, thank you guys so much for the PS soups. I have returned, and I am here to show you this. I said I was gonna show you my talk about my favorite things, right? Boom, I did like the Pokemon tier list thingy where it sorts out your favorite Pokemon, and let me talk about my favorite Pokemon now. Finally, we're gonna not be clickbait. So, my favorite Pokemon, ta-da! Favorite of all time is Dedenne. Really cute. I also really like Wooper and Stuffle and Leafeon and Rockruff and Clotshire, and you know the rest of these are pretty cool as well. They're all like really cute Pokemon. Some of them are a little silly, like Scraggy and Scrafty. I think they're really silly. And Sudowoodo's really silly as well. Don't look at the Koraidon. I don't know what the Koraidon is doing here amongst all these cute and silly Pokemon. Typhlosion is here because I really like Cyndaquil. I think Typhlosion and the Cyndaquil line is like my favorite starter line. Poplio as well, you know. but oh, my Chrome just decided to shit itself, of course. But yeah, just like don't look at the Koraidon. I don't even know why the Koraidon is on there, but I'm gonna be real with you. Yeah, they're just silly little guys. They're cute, they're silly. Some of them are a little bit girly. No, Tinkatuff. Okay, so Tinkatuff and Tinkaton, those babies, they were like pretty high up there as well, but I think you could do this picker sorter. I don't know what you call it, but I think you could go on forever and ever and ever until you rank like all of them. So I just kind of stopped. I thought enough is enough, but yeah, they're quite high up there too. But I don't know. I'm more partial to the Pokemon that I've known a little bit longer, which is why I'm saying, like, I don't know what Koraidon is doing there. Like, what are you doing there, buddy? Get out of there! It was so hard. I was stuck on, like... Eventually, they make you pick, like, one by one, and I was stuck for so long. I was like, but I want to pick all of them. They're all my favorite Pokemon, you know? Pyukumuku is silly. I know Pyukumuku is silly. I've never used Pyukumuku. Well, that's a lie. I've used Pyukumuku very briefly before, but it's so silly and so cute. Also, I know, I really Pokemon snapped back in time. I froze. I literally sat there frozen. I was like, wow, remember the time where I just sat there and played games all day? Then I felt sad, but also really happy, like bittersweet, you know? Life is so much less silly now. You're so right. I hate how it's no longer whimsical. Play on the regular Switch? Do you hate me or something, Chaotix? Oh my god, guys. I am a fucking midnight meeting. I am a meeting right now. I am 1 minute late. Okay. Haha. Teehee, little bit stupid. She got too preoccupied with yapping. Literally right now, I am late. Okay, so what's gonna happen is I'm gonna raid us out, and then man, I didn't get double kisses last time, did I? Okay. Triple kisses tomorrow. I have a stream tomorrow, 10 a.m. PDT. That's in like 10 hours actually. I'll be playing some Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. If my capture card works, I will try out my capture card after my meeting tonight, and then we'll see how it goes. But I will be playing Pokemon Mystery Dungeon tomorrow, and I will be giving out triple the kisses from my Ceravants. So sorry. I'm just a little bit stupid, it would seem. Thank you, Delta. Thank you. I'm gonna raid us into Nemo. I think she's yapping, and guys, I'm so sorry. For some reason, I thought that my meeting tonight was cancelled, but then I got a ping and I was like, oh, I guess it's not cancelled. But also, either way, I forgot about it. So before I started stream, I thought it was cancelled, and then I completely forgot about it during the stream. So I guess that is my fault. Guys, I love you. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Thank you for yapping with me. I know this was a little bit of a clickbait, but I hope I turned it around a little bit at the end of the stream here. So plan for this week. Tomorrow I have my Pokemon Mystery Dungeon stream, and then this weekend is Vexpo. I have my I have my panel and my meet and greet, so I will not be streaming this weekend. But if I am feeling down for it and if all goes well, hopefully I'm able to have my members only ASMR stream, the continuation of our Goo Goo Babies ASMR stream this Sunday. So fingers crossed that we can do that. If not, I will do my best to update you guys as soon as possible. And I'm hoping I'll be able to make like an actual schedule for the coming week, but we'll see how it goes. Hi, I'm new. This is a pretty cool stream. Hi, Dual Logs. Hi, DL. Welcome. Well, I'm actually just about to end it because oh man, Delta, you're very excited. I'm actually just about to end it because I am 4 minutes late to my meeting with my manager that I totally forgot about. Edit your stream to remove that oopsie doopsie. We'll see. I should probably do that, but we'll see. Hey, sorry. I'm going to end it all. Oh my gosh. Yeah. I'm gonna end it all as soon as Dualugs gets here. Ending it all. I'm so sorry, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I will see you guys tomorrow morning, okay? Bye-bye. Beep beep boop boop. Goodbye.